Alright, hey, this is Mega here. So I'm shooting a video about, it's like a kind of public service announcement about the Electric Race Technologies BAC controllers. Okay, so I've gotten a couple messages asking about like the login password and all that stuff for the backdoor software on the ASI controllers. Okay, so I'm going to tell you how everything works, and I'm not going to give you the login password, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay, so the ASI controllers, the ASI is a Canadian company, and they're the ones that they make the controllers. Okay, the BAC 2000, 4000, and 8000 controllers that Electric Race Technology sells. Okay, now, as of this video, there's a couple other companies that actually do sell them. So you got more than one way to get them. So okay, and I tell you, you might not be able to get the login password that way. Okay, so the only way. So the ASI controller has this software called Backdoor. Okay, and what Backdoor does is it's kind of like you're tuning an ECU, sort of. It lets you change settings and stuff in the controller, and it's very advanced stuff. Like, if you don't know what you're doing, you shouldn't be messing around with it. That type of stuff, okay? And the only way you can get a login, so yeah, the app has a like a kind of protection thing in it. You have to log into it. I think every 7 days you have to log in, okay? And then after that, it won't ask anymore. So one of the drawbacks to this software that I found is if you're off somewhere where you don't have an internet connection, like or like a signal for your phone, because I use it on an Android phone is what I'm using it. Okay, it has a Bluetooth interface, and you log into it through Bluetooth, and then you can use the software to change stuff. It's all wireless and stuff, so which is really nice. Okay, so to get this. To use this software to change the settings in the ASI controllers, you need to have a login password, okay? And ASI doesn't just give those away, okay? The only way to get a login password is if you bought the ASI controller directly from them, okay? If you bought it as a kit from Electric Race Technologies, Tesnic, I don't know who else sells them. It's just the only ones I know that sell them. But you got other options out there. So, you cannot get this login password by just asking them. Okay, I already tried. Okay, so I tried to get a login password so I don't have to go to Alan all the time and ask for the password and stuff. Okay, and to tell you the truth, I do not like going in the I don't like going in the backdoor software. Okay, I don't like using it. It's hard to use. You really have to know what you're doing. You could break your bike. Also, there's kind of two layers of security on the ASI controller. Okay, there's the login password to actually use the software that you have to put in every 7 days. Okay, I think it's every 7 days. I haven't had to put it in for a while. Okay. So like the way it works is the first time you use it, it asks you for a login password, and if you have the right password, boom, you get in, okay? And then whenever every subsequent time you try to log in to the controller with the backdoor software, it'll just log right in. It won't ask you for the password or anything. So. And then fast forward to like 7 days later, it's going to ask you for the password again, okay? So if they ever change the password, then you're not going to be able to log on to it, okay? So, and the only way to get this login password is if you bought it directly from ASI, okay? So I'm not going to tell you about kind of different ways you can get your Suron running with the ASI. I'd like to tell you guys, but I'm not supposed to, okay? because that's what Alan entrusted it to me. Okay, type of thing. And so the reason they do this is so, like, when they sell it to another company, because, like, well, okay. I'm gonna tell you the story. I tried to get a login password from ASI directly, so I can just log in myself. And yeah, I think it's kind of what the heck, man. I bought their product, but I got it through like a third party type of thing, or a second party. In this case, it's like a second party. Um, and you can't go in there and change settings and stuff. You have to. They're gonna. So what they're gonna tell you is, sorry, we don't provide a login account for if you bought the controller from somebody else. Okay, you have to buy it from us directly. They're gonna tell you. They're just gonna straight up tell you that, and they're not gonna give you a password, and then they're gonna send you. And then I mentioned ERT, so they emailed Alan, and then like, yeah, so if you want to get the login password for any reason to change settings on the controller, you have to go through Alan or Electric Race Technologies, okay? And they'll give it to you, and they'll work with you. If you're having problems with your bike, that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to get an ASI controller, okay? Now, if you have the NXT display and you have the latest firmware, it should run good, okay? Pretty much you just slap that NXT on there, and if it has the latest firmware on it, it should work good. Now as of this video, I know there's like a bug in it where, like, if you try to adjust the motor current, it doesn't adjust it properly. So I have to go back in the BAC controller with the backdoor software, and I have to edit the motor current. Okay, that's the only bug I know. Other than that, that's the major bug. Okay, the major bug. There's still probably a bunch of bugs in it. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, but that's the major one. Okay, but pretty much, if you should be able to plug in the NXT display into the controller, and you should be able to adjust all the stuff on it, no problem. As of this video, okay, so that's what Hayes is gonna say. Besides the motor current, okay, so that's one thing Alan has to fix, like right away, because and honestly, I think that's the way he wants it, If you want to tune any of the settings, you should use his tuning device, the NXT display, okay? And it's so much easier than using Backdoor. I hate using Backdoor, dude. It's an advanced user app, and you really shouldn't be messing around with it if you don't know what you're doing. Like, I would say maybe Havies Omega knows like half of what it's doing with it, okay? So it's very confusing stuff, okay? But it is nice to go in there and kind of tweak some stuff. If the NXT display isn't doing what you want it to do, then okay. So also there's another form of protection on the controller. Okay, there's it is write enabled. So you in addition to the login password for the backdoor software, there is a write protect code. Okay, and you have to know this code to be able to actually see anything in the controller. Like if the write protected, if it's write protected, you can't do anything to the controller. You can't change any of the settings. You can't even look at any of the settings. So there's really no point in getting the login password, because you still have to write enable it. Okay, because that's the way the NXT display software works. Okay, I'll just tell you this now. Like when I go in there and I change settings and I look at the backdoor software, it like what it does is it write enables it for a second, it changes the settings, and then it write protects it again. Okay, so it does it all like seamlessly. Okay, you don't see it happening, but if you look in the backdoor software on your phone, and you change settings while you're logged into the backdoor, that's what's going to happen. It's gonna write enable it, change the settings, and then write protect it again. Okay, so you have to have this code to actually input anything in there. So that's like there's already like 2 layers of security, and the reason for this is because ASI would rather sell a controller to a second party, okay, and then they're gonna sell it, and then they're gonna tune it, like kind of like there's another company called Tesnik, okay, they're doing the same thing. They bought a bunch of ASI controllers. I think there's some companies in Sora. I think Lunicycle is doing stuff with them, and Sauron there's an Australian company. I think it's the one that makes the skid plate. I'm gonna put subtitle below. I forgot already. But yeah, but so they sell it to these companies, and they make a kit for the bike. Okay, it's for the bike. So as of this video, as far as I know, Alan is way ahead of the game. Okay, I've never heard of anything. I've never seen anybody with the Tesnic one, and it costs more than what Alan is selling. Okay, and if you need help, Alan will work with you. You just gotta somehow get a hold of him. Okay. Sometimes he's hard to get a hold of. It's only one dude, man. So it's one dude doing everything. But yeah, if you're having problems, you have to get with Alan, and if it's up to him if he's gonna give you the login password or not. Like he told me, like, hey, you're not supposed to share this with anybody, okay? So and I'll tell you this, even if I shared you the login password and all that stuff, he could change it later anyways, and then yeah. So if there's a bunch of if somebody shares it, he can change the password. So there's no point in asking me for the login password, okay? So if I get any kind of emails, some kind of DM, or you post on my video about the logging in and stuff, I am not even going to reply, okay? Or I'll reply, sorry, I can't do that, that type of thing, okay? So because I can't do that, okay? It's to protect the work that Alan has put into these ASI controllers, okay? It's like think of it as think of it as like a like a PlayStation, okay? PlayStation has all these copy protection things, like you can't, like the original think about the original PlayStation. The original PlayStation, it has this it has a special boot up sequence, and it has a special code has to be put in so you can even boot up the game, So if you make a copy of the game, you don't have this special code burned into the disk, right? Or and it's kind of like that. They don't want you messing around with their software, okay? I know it's kind of weird. They sell it to you, but they don't want you messing around with it, okay? So that because what's to stop them from stealing your work, okay? And then you buy a bunch of ASI controllers, and then you upload all that information into the ASI controllers, and then you start selling them, and you're using somebody else's kind of intellectual property type of stuff, okay? So that's a big no-no. I cannot give you login passwords or anything like that. So please don't ask me for that, okay? And I got this one guy harassing me for it now and stuff. So do not ask me for it, okay? That's all I'm saying. Okay? If you really need it, you gotta get with Alan with it, okay? Or you need to go buy an ASI controller directly from ASI, and then they will give you a login account, okay? But like, good luck getting it to work on your Sauron, right? You're gonna have to, like, you don't know all the tuning and the settings and stuff. Alan knows all that stuff. He programs in there. So you're gonna have to program it from scratch, okay? Yeah. So that's why you want to go with a company like ERT, because they've done all the homework for you, okay? So and what they're trying to do is protect their intellectual property, okay? So I cannot share any of that stuff. So please do not ask for login passwords for the backdoor software, or the right enable password and all that stuff. I can try to help you to the best of my ability. If you already have the login password and you want to know, like, oh, what's this setting and that setting, I can probably help you with that, man. But I can't share passwords and stuff like that, okay? It wouldn't be fair to Alan and Electric Race Technologies, okay? That's just like, you're giving your business away, okay? Basically, all the stuff that you worked hard for, you're just throwing it out. You just say, hey, for free, you can have it, that's how he makes his living, okay? And he's put a lot of work into this bike, and it's freaking amazing, okay? It's what he's doing. And yeah, it's like, okay, I know some people have some issues with him, but you're just gonna have to try to resolve it somehow, Okay, So yeah, do not ask me for the login password. This is like the 5th time I've mentioned. Okay, do not ask me for the backdoor login software. ASI will not even give you one. Okay, don't even try to ask them because they won't. They're gonna tell you go talk to ERT. Okay, go talk to Tesnet, whoever you bought your ASI controller from. Okay, they will not give you one unless you bought it directly from them. Okay, it's called like it's some kind of kit. I'll put a subtitle below, but yeah. And all I can say is like Alan is ahead of the game. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna say. He is the best ASI setup in the world right now. Okay, I know there might be somebody out there that's gotten it to work perfectly and stuff, but I've been winning races on this bike lately. Okay, so his stuff works. So all right. So yeah, don't ask. Here's my go.